What's up, babies? Hello, welcome to my end of the year vlog. This is the third time I'm recording this because I've tried 2 times to do the whole list out my plans and resolutions thing and decided that I hated it because there was no point. I think 2020 has taught us that there's no point of, making definite plans. So I'm really gonna embrace that and just make the video I kind of want to make, which is more of a effortless vlog than it is a specific plan for anything. I had a whole list of things I have a lot of gratitude towards and found a lot of gratitude towards in 2020. One of those things specifically being like my health. Obviously, health is a huge thing, and it feels like, honestly, a pot of gold to not have gotten sick this year and to not have lost anybody to COVID this year. So that's the thing I found a lot of gratitude in this year, and I want to pay that back next year by really taking care of my health, really stretching every day, really, drinking more water, eating less sugar, doing all that stuff, like all that stuff that's good for my body and ultimately well-being. And outside of, sheer survival, because that's my number one goal for next year, I would say getting more organized. I have so many things, and I don't think it's about decluttering necessarily, but just getting more organized and figuring out what I need to make my life function. I want to paint more, create, and all those great things, but I don't know. A whole video about it just really did not interest me. I was like, if I'm not interested in even editing this video, then it's probably not good enough to put on my channel. So instead, you will have a video today of an idea I had around tarot. I have a tarot deck called the Wolfe tarot deck. I'll link it below. It's my favorite deck. I find it really inspiring, and it's so well done and so well designed, and it aesthetically, is all up my alley. So I love it. So as you can see, the first card that I pulled was Death. And so this is the drawing that I made for that. And then I was like, girl, you're supposed to be recording this, girl. So that's when I started recording this for the second card, because the first card I pulled was yesterday.
I don't want to die.
What? Death? They were like, in the beginning, it was like, this card doesn't always symbolize like death. Most of the time, it just means like the death is something like a, whether it's like career, like something that's like within your life, something that's like a behavior you've been doing, something like. But then they were like, but it also can mean death. Got 5 pentacles for today. Five of Pentacles, Mercury and Taurus, keys, worry, change, disruption, illness, crisis. Okay. When we receive this card, we are likely worried about something having to do with our health, career, or home. Essentially anything we rely upon for physical security. We may have fallen ill or become injured, or something at work is becoming imbalanced. I don't know what that means. I don't feel particularly worried about anything right now. Not worried. I think I'm just more like, please next year don't be worse than this one. So. I don't know how true this card feels for me. So I'm just going to pick another one, and I keep gravitating towards this one. I got this one from the back of the deck. Like it was just the last card. And I was like, sure, that would be it. But maybe now after this card was this card. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, ooh, this feels more right for what I'm feeling right now. I don't know why, but I'm just going to go off of gut instinct because this one doesn't really feel like it applies to me right now. I think there's a general worry of like health and everything, obviously, because we're in panorama, but yeah, I'm willing to bet money that this one, Six of Wands, will feel more applicable. I'm really gravitating towards it way more than the Five of Pentacles. So I'm just going to go with that instinct. Keys: victory, celebration, basking, inner warmth, accomplishment. Already feels more right. We've been movers and shakers, and it's time to feel victorious. We've been movers and shakers, and it's time to feel victorious. The light of the sun may feel extra warm and comforting right now. Enjoy it, bask in it. What is he doing? Mantra: I celebrate all of my victories. Yeah, the way I'm feeling this year, at the end of this year, is I've been doing so much this year and working so hard that right now I just want to be comfortable and not do not a thing. Yeah, this feels like a closer tie to what I want to enter the new year feeling and doing. Like, it's been my mindset to just be like, girl, it's okay to not post a million things or do a million things, or it's okay to not get everything done before the end of the year. How about you just sit back, bask in what you have created, bask in finally feeling like you're in a place to really do what you want to do and how you want to do it next year, and just allow yourself to relax and just like sit back and be like, damn, I really am that girl. Yeah, but I got the idea to do 10 days of tarot when I just organically was like, I should just pull a card a day. And I've always kind of wanted to do a deck, and I think one day I will, but this is like, I think I won't do a deck until I really feel like I get to know more about what each card is supposed to represent, and until I feel like I'm in a place where I actually have studied and learned. I'm not in that place yet, but I think for right now, doing like 10 cards, 10 days, maybe potentially turning those into a deck, like a small my personal 10-day deck as we enter this new year. I think that feels pretty good. Okay, I'm thinking start with filling it in the top of this. I don't think this is going to be like a rule or anything, but I liked it when I did it for my first version, the death. I'm pretty sure there's ooh, I kind of like something about that. Like, what do I like about it? I don't know, but I'm just gonna go with it. Like, I just went with this card, even though it technically wasn't the one I pulled. It feels right. I'm just gonna do this little outline thing. I don't have a plan yet. Or a key victual. Like, when I think victory, what do I think? Or when I think, like, I don't know if I believe in victory, but I do believe in like celebrating. What is associated with that for me? Like for me, it's just like the confidence of knowing that I'm capable and like capability. I really have been into sun rays, and I don't know why, but I think they do, like, in a way, it's almost in the opposite way, mirrors. Sun rays in a lot of ways mirror what this card is supposed to be about, like this just projecting out. So if there's anything, I'm trying not to, copy from this at all. But I'm going to definitely take inspiration, and I think I'm going to do it with a sun ray. I've been drawing those into a lot of my things lately. I've just been really drawn to them as just a plant type. I literally can't explain why. Like, they're just, I did a shoot with them, like I was asked to model for this jewelry line, and I did a shoot, and she had them as a prop. And I've been obsessed with them ever since. I almost want this to like envelop that more. You know what I mean? Like maybe this just gets brought up a little bit. And yeah. That's the thing. Even though I've been obsessed with drawing them, I'm not quite good at drawing them yet. I just think they're such interesting shapes. Like they do this. And I'm gonna do 6 of them, to parallel I want 6 points. You might be like, well, at the top this look a mess. And I'm like, well, chill. Things will get cleaned up. You see how I never do it right on the first try. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool. Okay. You can be here, chilling, but you are not going to be the final thing, my dear. This might be the moment where you're like, Leeya, why won't you just make it more transparent? And that's when I'll tell you, I literally forgot how to do that right now, and I also don't feel like looking it up. Okay, so that's a little bit more together. Still not quite. I love watching other people's studio vlogs while I'm vlogging, which I know might be a little weird, but it inspires me. I just feel like they're so cool. And they normally have these little points. They're like, not a lot, but just enough that's like, oh shoot. Oh shoot. Originally I intended to hide the top of this behind the sun, but I don't know if I'm gonna do that. Actually, I'm liking how it looks. And then we're gonna add color. I'm gonna put that underneath. What's going on here? And what color do I want to do? Probably not something darker. No. No. How about that? No, I don't like that. Does it need little boop-de-boops? Because right now it kind of looks like a chunky one. I don't know if this looks right. From here, I figured out that if this is about a celebration of self and celebration of the things I've accomplished and just, I don't know, a celebration of surviving this year, and not only just surviving, but in a lot of ways thriving, I was like, oh, I should do me as a vessel. One thing I've done before in prints and other artwork of mine is turning the female form into a vessel. And I do it in a multitude of ways, but so I like the idea of really using my hands to like almost like celebrate around myself. That's a terrible way to put it, but you know jazz hands when you see them, and you know it feels fabulous. Not that these are jazz hands, but I wanted to emulate that feeling of almost like a deity. I guess that means I'm in a way deifying myself, but whatever. I'm a boss. Y'all should feel like boss goddesses, goddess energy. And so that's what I was trying to give in this pose and in using myself in the portrait. I really didn't have any intention of doing any portraits of myself in this project, but I don't know, this card really felt like it called for it because it's a celebration of self, like I said, and celebration of accomplishments. 6 of Wands. I got a lot of wands. I really feel like this year has truly given me a lot of wands, a lot of power in terms of creative power, a lot of creative threads that I can wield. And so I really want to bask in that. And I'm taking that with me in the next year. That's like one of the main things I've been feeling a lot of gratitude towards, like just even the act of drawing on the iPad has been a new experience. I wouldn't have discovered how much I would have loved digital art and digital illustration if it were not for the fact of me just having more time this year to explore things like this. So yeah, there's a lot of things to look back on this year and be like, I want to leave behind, but I think I do have a lot of things that I'm very grateful for in terms of what I've earned and learned out of this year. And so the idea is for this card to kind of embody that, really embody the creative growth I've had, the career growth I've had, the time of rest and stability I've had, in a time that's really unstable. And I do feel a sense of all of this is gearing towards something. Like I was able to grow in this way in this year and survive this year because I don't want to put purpose on myself, but I really feel like the seeds were being sown this year, and I actually had time to, cultivate and like feed into it and try new things and try new wands. In the metaphor of this, like I really feel like I got to pick up new wands. I got to take a screenwriting class. I never would have had time to do that if it weren't for the time that quarantine allowed to explore. So I think in a lot of ways, like, yeah, I feel incredibly grateful. I keep saying that I feel grateful, but I can't not express that, because in a lot of ways I feel a weird sense of like survival guilt, because this year has affected me in a lot of negative ways, but I really feel personally it's been equally positive in terms of my own growth. People have died this year. People have lost their jobs, their businesses. People have lost families or family members. I almost lost my mother at the beginning of the pandemic in America. So yeah, it's been overwhelmingly a shit show in a way that I don't feel like I have to explain to anybody. But I'm just saying that there are certain things that culturally I think will benefit all of us. The fact that we are going to just appreciate each other so much more, and we've been able to discover like all the ways in which we really can survive when we lean on each other specifically. I mean, I'm saying that also at the same time that a bunch of Trump supporters are advocating basically for being irresponsible, but I don't know. I think I'm a little bit more hopeful in humanity than I would have expected at the top of this year, ending it. So for me, next year is just like, what am I going to do with all this? I have all these wands, and yes, I'm grateful and I'm proud of myself for developing all these different, basically, powers, creative powers. But how am I going to use that and wield that and lean on myself and trust myself in ways I haven't in the past necessarily? Because it's a goal of mine to lean more into stuff like this channel. It's a goal of mine to lean more into living off of selling my own artwork. And it's always felt very out of reach up until, I would say, the last few months of this year, where it finally feels like everything is aligned. I'm ready. I have the things I need. I have the tools I need. And I'm ready to start. So now I'm adding my finishing touches, as I call them, my line work illustrations that are almost like mosaic pieces. It's become a trademark of mine. I do not know why, again. I never know why I make any of the creative decisions I make. But it's one of my favorite things to finish off illustrations with. Okay, and if you like this video, you know what to do. Please subscribe. There will be other videos down the line that are just like this, drawing these. I would do studio vlogs. I'm planning to figure out how to do that in my own way. And I'll continue, just using this channel as another place of play, another place of experimentation, and just making stuff and showing you my process and being more transparent with it. And my new favorite mantra from Evelyn from the internet: don't be afraid to be seen trying. And so that's what you're going to see on this channel. If you want to see that, subscribe, like it, comment. I don't really get comments yet, and so I'll really be excited if you comment. So this is how they turned out. Thank you for watching this, and see you in the next video, babies.